Thank you very much for joining me again as we go through the new business solutions agreement, your contract with Amazon. My name is CJ Rosenbaum. I'm one of the founding partners of the firm here, and we're going paragraph by paragraph to update sellers as to what your new agreement is that Amazon is imposing upon you. The good parts, the bad parts, parts that are good for sellers, and there's a significant amount of stuff here that's really, really bad for sellers. So I'm going to discuss paragraph 4 of the Business Solutions Agreement. And if you haven't watched any of these videos before, the Business Solutions Agreement is your contract with Amazon. Many sellers, in fact, most sellers don't even know the contract exists. You refer to the participation agreement or the terms of service. But this contract, the Business Solutions Agreement, which used to be hidden in the definitions section when many of you signed up for Amazon, is your contract with Amazon. And part of that contract is that whatever changes Amazon imposes upon you, you are not only subject to, but responsible for knowing. Okay, so paragraph 4 has to deal with licenses and intellectual property rights. And it reads, you grant us a royalty-free, non-exclusive, worldwide. Okay, then it used to say perpetual and irrevocable, meaning forever and you can never revoke it, right and license. The perpetual and the irrevocable language has been crossed out. What's been added instead is that you're waiving your rights to Amazon. Here's the quote, for the duration of your original and derivative intellectual property rights. So it's basically the same thing, okay? It doesn't seem to include your heirs. So if you die and it passes to your children or to your grandchildren, then they will own it instead of Amazon. That would have been irrevocable and perpetual. But that language has changed a little bit in favor of sellers, but not really, because you're waiving absolutely everything for as long as you own it. It doesn't indicate what happens if you sell it, at least not yet. Now, Amazon then crossed out a bunch of language that they can reproduce and perform and display it and all this other stuff. And what they changed, though, to take back more than they gave to you is they removed the intellectual property rights in your mark and they changed it to, open quote, your materials. Now, to me, that makes me fearful that your materials would include not just like your trademark and your logo, but things that you would not normally transfer to anybody else, your copyright material. Many products, you can include written material that has copyright protection that other people or companies can't sell. But if that's part of, open quote, your materials, which I think it would be, you're then giving that to Amazon as well. Also included in, quote unquote, your materials would be licenses. Like if you remember the days when you used to buy software on CDs, you weren't actually buying the CD, you were buying a license to use that software. So if that license is part of your materials that differentiates what you deliver as a private label seller versus what a hijacker might deliver, you're giving Amazon the contractual ability to be a hijacker on your product. So I'm not so sure if this provision is going to stand. We are certainly going to challenge it at arbitrations. But you got to know what's out there. You have to know what your contract is with Amazon. And this major change from your rights to your materials just broadens what Amazon can do with the information. It also allows Amazon to rightfully, because you're signing over the rights to it, to go around you, buy your products from your own manufacturer, for example, or from your authorized retailers, or use Amazon vendors to get your products, which may be real or may be counterfeit, and then basically take over your listing indefinitely, because as long as you own the rights, you're now allowing Amazon to sell your products and use your materials. It also has certain contradictions in it, okay? In one portion of the paragraph, it says that Amazon will comply with your request to remove your products or your intellectual property rights. It crossed out trademarks and again put in the word materials. But later on in that same paragraph, even in that same sentence, it says, nothing in this agreement will prevent or impair our right, Amazon's right, to use your materials without your consent. So this paragraph is what we call internally inconsistent. It says you can pull out, but then it says Amazon can use your products basically forever. It also includes something that's interesting. It includes referential use under trademark law. Now that's legalese. Referential use of trademark usually pertains to using your trademark in commentary or a news program or like a sort of how-to guide, like how to use this fantastic Sony camera. Somebody else could give me instructions and use Sony in it, and that'd be a referential use. Or I can write an article reviewing the Sony camera, and that would be a referential use of their trademark. Amazon is not that beast. Amazon is a retailer. And what they're doing in this paragraph is adding that they are de facto, or they are in fact able to act like a review company or a news article and use your trademarks without your permission. So this paragraph, the changes are significant. It also allows Amazon to use all of your marks and your licenses and your copyright on all of Amazon associated properties, and it uses the word affiliates. So in any contract, you need to go back and look at the definitions. And affiliate means, this is what Amazon puts, affiliate means with respect to any entity, any other entity that directly or indirectly controls, is controlled by, or is under common control with that entity. So to me, it means all of the different businesses that Amazon is involved in and all of the different businesses Amazon may go into in the future. It's also reinforced by Amazon's definition of its term Amazon associated properties. And Amazon says that means any website or other online point of presence, mobile application, service, or feature other than an Amazon site, through which any Amazon site or products or services available on any of them are syndicated, offered, merchandised, advertised, or described. So that's a really broad definition of how Amazon can use your intellectual property rights and anything included with your materials. It means their sites on Amazon, off Amazon, Amazon sites around the world, Woot, any other businesses Amazon buys, any other businesses Amazon owns. It seems to also include any place else where Amazon advertises. So this is a big change. This is a broadening of Amazon's rights against you to take what is yours. I don't think this provision is going to stand. And if Amazon has hijacked your listing, if Amazon is selling counterfeit products of yours that it obtains through its vendors, you need to know about this provision. You need to know how to fight it. You need to know where your leverage is. And that's what I'm trying to do by bringing you the provisions of the new BSA agreement. Educate you so you can make good business decisions and know what you can argue if you should have a problem with Amazon. Okay, if you've learned anything from this video, please like it, please share it, and please find the time to watch this entire series of videos. You need to know what your agreement with Amazon is. This is it. You need to know what your rights are. You need to know where the discrepancies are. You need to know what portions of the contract can be used in your benefit should you have a problem with Amazon. So please keep watching this update to the Business Solutions Agreement, your contract with Amazon.